Hi everyone, I am welcoming here to all of you for today's science video. Today we are going to talk about the science. Science is creating almost everyday wonders. It holds our life together. Science gives us various new technology. So in this consequence, I talk today about the chapter 5, coal and petroleum. So this is Sonia. Before I am going to start this chapter, today I want to ask you few interesting words. So let's see what is that. Yes children, so interesting word, it means difficult words. First we talk about the coke. What is a coke? Coke is a pure form of carbon and it's used for manufacturing steel. Second is the coal tar. Coal tar, it is a thick dark liquid with unpleasant smell. It means its smell is not good. Now further, coal gas, flammable coal gas, flammable gaseous fuel. It is coal gas. Oil, it is a greasy substance that is liquid at room temperature, and sometimes it is said that oil get by the dinosaurs. So is it possible? I will ask you further. Now next see the natural gas. It is natural gas, that is fossil gas, and it is naturally occur. It is called the natural gas. So this was the hard words of your chapter. Now let's proceed further. So welcome children again. Coal and petroleum. What do you mean by the coal and petroleum? Coal and petroleum both are the fossil fuel. There is the exhaustible fuel. So first today I have what for you. Content first let's see that have the coke, coal tar, coal gas, oil, natural gas. So how they work. Further, petroleum, refining of petroleum, some natural resources are limited. It is called the exhaustible natural resources and natural resources. So first we talk about the coke. What is a coke? Coke is the pure form of the carbon. So how we get the coke and what is the special function of the coke? Coke is grey, hard and porous fuel with a high carbon content and few impurities made by the heating coal or oil in the absence of the air, not presence the air. A destructive distillation process, it is the method to get the coke. Either the filter something. It is an important industrial product used mainly in iron ore smelting, but also as a fuel in stoves and forks when air pollution is a concern. So it was the coke. How we get it? What is the history of the coke? In the US, the first use of coke in an iron furnace occurred around 1878 as Isaac Mason's Plumsock's pudding furnace and rolling mill in Fayette County, Pennsylvania in the late 19th century. The coalfields of the western Pennsylvania provided a rich source of raw material for the cooking. So it is a form of the raw material for the cooking and it is shown the picture also about that. Now we talk about the coal tar. What is coal tar? Coal tar is a thick dark liquid which is byproduct of the production of the coke and the coal gas. And from coal, it has both medicinal and the industrial uses. It may be applied to the affected area to treat there is the psoriasis and the seborrheic dermatitis. It may be used in the combination with UV, ultraviolet light therapy. There it is used. You know, it is the picture of the coal tar. Its color is darkish black. Now further we talk about the coal gas. Coal gas is the flammable gas. So how we get it? Coal gas. Coal gas is a flammable gaseous fuel made from coal and supplied to the user via pipe distribution system. Through a pipe it can distribute, it can send via the pipes. It is produced when coal is heated strongly in the absence of the air. Town gas is a more general terms referring to manufactured gaseous fuels produced for sale to consumers and the municipalities. So it is sent through the various municipalities. Now it is the picture how to make the coal tar properly. So by this picture we get this thing and how we purify the things. Further one more diagram I will explain there. Now we talk about the oil. What is the oil? Oil is a greasy substance. Oil is a greasy substance. In the beginning, as I ask you, it may be possible. It is called the dinosaur's bone. Is it possible? Yes, children. Is it possible? It may be. Why? Because dinosaurs present million years before. And how we get the fossil fuel? As you know, whatever there is a million years before lived, that may be the died and we get the fossil fuel. So it may be, it is called the dinosaur's bone oil. Now further we talk, an oil is any non-polar chemical substance that is a viscous liquid at the ambient temperature and is both hydrophobic and the lithophobic. Oil have a high carbon and hydrogen content. Hydrogen content, it means hydrogen, as you know now, hydrogen is a gas and are usually flammable and surface active. Most oils are unsaturated lipids and that are liquids at room temperature. It remain the liquid at room temperature, that's we can use it at every time. So many types of the oil you use in your everyday life. So it is the picture of the oil. Now further we are going to see the natural gas. What is the natural gas? At your home you also use the natural gas. What is liquid petroleum gas? That is also a natural gas in your home, a form of the gas found in the cylinder. So now we see the natural gas. Natural gas is a naturally occurring hydrocarbon gas mixture consisting primarily of methane but commonly including varying amounts of other higher alkanes and sometimes a small percentage of the carbon dioxide, it means CO2, and nitrogen, hydrogen sulfide or the helium. It is also present in the form of the natural gases. Now let us see the natural gases. Natural gas is also called the fossil gas. Sometimes just gas, it is also called the gas and it is a naturally occurring. That is why it is called the natural gas. And hydrocarbon gas mixture consisting primarily of the methane but commonly including varying amounts of the other higher alkanes and sometimes a small percentage of the carbon dioxide also present in it. It is shown, I am trying to show with this diagram how many type of the natural gases found here in the flame. This is the methane, then the ethane, it is darkish, this is the propane, this is the butane, and there is the condensates. And here along with here nitrogen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen sulfide and the helium at the bottom. And here up top side the start with the methane. So it is all the densely populated natural gases. Here is schematic geological of the natural gas resources. What is geology of the natural gas resources? Schematic, it means it is the not real diagram. It is shown as a form of the graphical presentation. That is why it is called the schematic geology of natural gas resources. This diagram shown here is the non-associated gas. Further it's come, here is the sands and there is a gas rich shale, and here tight sand gas again get the oil. Here is the seal, and here convectional associated gas. It is coated methane and it is the land surface. So it is the schematic geology of the natural gas resources diagrams. Now further we see some natural resources are limited. Natural resource, it is called the exhaustible resources. We use it judiciously, otherwise it will be finished. So some natural resources are limited. You have studied in the beginning of the chapter that some natural resources are the exhaustible, like fossil fuel, it's our chapter, coal and petroleum, that is fossil fuel, forest, minerals, etc. And you know that coal and petroleum are the fossil fuel. It required the dead organism millions of years to get the converted into this fuel. Yes, is it possible, children? It can make in the laboratory? No, never possible. Why? Because it take the lots of the time and it is not possible to prepare it into the laboratory. And after the years to get the converted into this fuels on the other hand, and the known reserves of this will last at most a few hundred years. Moreover, burning of these fuels is a major cause of air pollution. Their use is also linked to global warming, and it is, we see further, major cause of air pollution, and their use is also linked to global warming. And it is therefore necessary that we use these fuels only when absolutely necessary, when according to need, actually need, then we should use it. And this will result in better environment. What we do? We do a smaller risk of the global warming. Global warming, this in next further chapters I will thoroughly explain you, and their availability for a longer period of time. In India, we talk especially in India, the Petroleum Conservation Research Association, it is called the PECRA, advise people how to save the petrol and diesel while the driving. That during the driving time also it have the various causes. What's then how we stop? What the tips here shown? First, drive at a constant and moderate speed as far as possible. Switch off the engine at traffic lights are at a place where you have to wait. Ensure correct tire pressure and check your tire pressure also. Ensure regular maintenance of the vehicle. So we should keep it properly and maintain our vehicle during the driving. So these tips we should follow. So thank you for watching, and before the conclude chapter, I want to ask a very interesting thing, that according to our known, maybe especially the deposition of the oil may be finished around the 53 years. Then what will happen? Who replace it? Fossil fuels, who replace it? It can be replaced by the biogas, biomass, wind, renewable energy resources, water, and that can be replace the fossil fuel. So thank you for watching. Until that, take care. Bye.